media viewers, we are back again. Same place with my business partner, but not that same. It's a new place called Rizari in Maruroi. And today wameamua tutembee here, tuende out kidogo. It's like tumekuwa in one common for a long time. So here comes my business partner, Ebu Awasamuni.
What's up, man? How you doing? This is Kamau, 7417 Limited, in conjunction with By Faith Media. We're, like she said, we're in a place called Reisare Gardens in Maruroi. We intend to give you quite a star when it comes to what we're going to discuss today.
Yeah. So today we are continuing with what we left last time. Huh?
Yes.
We had a discussion last time. It was so exciting. It was fun. I love the discussion that day. So kama alituambia last time na ile kitu inaitangwa kuwa mzoefu wa kufanyanga vitu, na akasema yeye akivuta hizo vitu alikuwa anajisikia kwa high sana, anajisikia kwa gangare.
Yeah, like I said, one of the misconceptions about drugs is that you actually need it. One of the misconceptions about drugs is that you can't do without it. We also talked about how some people usually wanakuanga very lackluster. They always decide to do away with the advice that they have gotten from their parents, from people of an older generation. And I think I also told you that I'm a Pan-African, and I believe that at the end of the day, we need to be people who can forge ahead in life. We need to be Africans who are proud of our heritage. And in the same leg, I told you about how drug abuse in Holland, where I used to be, was more of a cultural thing. And I told you about how culture in Kenya pushes for us not to be able to follow with the bandwagon. In other words, if we decided to follow the bandwagon in as far as doing what everybody else is doing, then we'd be lost. And I tell you for a fact that if you do not want to be lost, you need to get into the bandwagon of leadership.
So I think you guys are listening to my business partner. The one thing that makes me feel proud of him is that he has come out, yeah? Amekubali kuambia watu it is doable. You can change, you can be the best person that you want to be, and above all, you can achieve what you want to achieve in the life that we are living today. So can you tell these guys that you are becoming my business partner? Not only my business partner, my good friend, and not only that, a man who is going to walk one-on-one with until we accomplish our destiny. What is the plan?
A man of the future, and
Yes.
the plan is to always be in a position to grow.
Yes.
To always be in a position to undermine those things that make us reluctant to succeed.
Yes.
You see, Faith is a successful lady, the business owner of By Faith Limited, and the business owner of 7417 Limited. And together, in what we discussed last time, we talked about the situation of how we can try to partner with people who are undergoing drug abuse, because you do not have to go through drug abuse to succeed in life. You have to take the advice of the people who came before us. And we have a culture that is so replete with growth and development that we cannot become people who are always following the bandwagon of drug abuse.
Yes.
Drug abuse, just like prostitution, just like any other vice in society, is something that is fundamentally so bad for us that it is not part of us. These are things that came in with the ship. Ilikuja na meli.
Yes.
These are things that came in with the white man.
Wow.
We do not have to follow what the white man is doing to the T.
Yes.
We can stand our ground and become people who are strong, people who are strong-willed to succeed in life, and people who can be successful in every endeavor that they choose to undertake.
Yes.
By Faith Media is an organization that is upcoming. It's going to be a very large organization, which will stand for the rights of the people. It will stand it will stand against drug abuse, just like 7417 Limited.
Yes.
And we are partnering together to come to you and tell you that you do not have to go through drug abuse.
Yes.
I didn't. You don't have to.
So guys, this is Mr. Kehio. Mr. Kehio alisoma. I hope you can listen to the way he's twanging, right? Yeah? He's a graduate in USIU. There are people who say watoto wanaendanga universities wanakuwa sijui aje, wanaharibika na wanafanya whatever it is that they talk about. I think Amo is here to prove one thing, that choice ni yako. What you decide to do when you go to school, that is your choice. Ukiamua kusoma, that's it. Ukiamua kufanya mambo zako, then that's a done deal. Kamau went to a school here, a famous school called USIU, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us what normally happens when you are in a school whereby kids are drug addicts, yeah? Somebody maybe university, they usually say watoto wa university wamekuwa na mchafuko sana, wanafanyanga tabia zenye sio za you know, how did you cope? How did you manage to
just like I told you in the last video, I told you that when I came to Kenya, I changed my tact.
Yeah.
I became somebody who followed the bandwagon of leadership. To follow the bandwagon, you cannot follow, it's like the proverbial hyena. You cannot follow both ways, you will get split in the middle. So I chose leadership rather than lack of leadership. And in response to the question she's asking, a lot of people, even today, a lot of students in USIU are drug addicts.
Yeah.
They do not take education the way it's supposed to be taken. They are not serious with their lives. What happens after that? What happens after USIU is a lot of people end up not getting jobs. They end up failing in life. They end up being people who are anti-progressive.
Yeah.
They end up people who have no sobriety in their lives. And what happens in the long term when you have a culmination of so many universities in this country, not only USIU, that indulge in drug abuse, you have a generation of people who are fundamentally non-moving.
Yeah.
And when a generation of people, of students, who end up being adults that are either alcohol addicts or drug addicts. And what happens is that the society starts to run down.
Yeah.
What we need in Kenya, like I told you about Pan-African, is that we need a situation in which we need to stand up and say that drug abuse is nothing that will help us.
Yeah.
It will not help us as a country. It will not help us as a nation. It will not help the generation that is to come,
Yes.
the generation that came before, and the generation that has indulged in drugs in either USIU, Kenyatta University, or whatever the situation. We need to stand up and need to be in a position where we change our tact and become people who are strong, able, willing to change our to make our decisions as adults, who will make this country move forward. Kenya need not be Europe. Europe have lost it. Europe, like I said, madrugs ilikuja na meli.
Yeah.
And to tell you the fact, even opium and all these drugs are coming, the cocaine and the heroin and the kuber that are coming through the drug cartels that are part of this country. We can choose to be people who move away from drug abuse. We can choose to be people who move away from the opium, from the kuber, from the heroin, even from the nicotine.
Yeah.
We do not need even to do cigarettes.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, by the way, I think it says in the prescription in the bags, cigarette smoking
It's harmful to your health.
is harmful to your health.
Yes.
So we do not need to do even cigarettes. The point is, our generation, this generation needs to be the generation that will be one for change. Because even our gukas, our shoshos, never did drugs. Guess where they ended up? They ended up with pieces of land. Okay, despite the fact that they were beaten by the colonialists,
Yeah.
they
Owned something.
They owned something.
There is something that they can talk of. This is what we have.
Yes.
Unlike somebody who is taking drugs.
And we need to be people who have that kind of ownership.
Yes.
We need to be people who are strong-willed to succeed in life and to be people who can own and develop the country.
Wow.
Why is Kenya why is Kenya a third world country? One of the reasons that Kenya is a third world country is because we have a mindset that what the colonialists brought to us, we tend to want to emulate the same even after they have moved out of the country. That is very wrong.
Wow. There is one question I received from somebody. Somebody inboxed me, right? Nakaniuliza, Faith, I think your business partner looks sharp. Your business partner looks very serious. what did he do? How did the parent or the relative or the brother and sister help in this situation of being an addict? So I was like, maybe next time nikienda nitamuuliza atuambie vile walimsaidia, because naturally wazazi wengi wakati mtoto wao amekuwa in that situation,
Yeah.
they try their level best to rescue the kid. But when you are rescuing the kid, kuna ile tag of war, mtoto anakataa. So anakuwa saa yote anakuwa dragged kupelekwa wapi? To the rehabilitation center. Na inafika mahali mzazi hata anarusha mkono anasema after all aliamua wacha.
Really.
So how did they help you? How did they take it?
Let me say that change begins with the person. In that, what I mean by that is change begins with the individual.
Yes.
If you cannot decide to change, you can't expect anybody else to change. You can't come and if you're my mother, you tell me some things and I'm part of a society that does drug abuse, it's very likely that I'm not going to listen to my mother. I'm not going to listen to my father. I'm not going to listen to my grandfather. So the change begins with you. You have to be in a position to listen to the inner voice. Remember what we said last time? We talked about how nobody tells themselves that they've achieved a goal.
Yes.
They've achieved a goal when they do drugs.
Yeah.
That they feel very happy they've
Kuna mtu
done.
anajiambia,
Thank
you
you,
are good.
thank you. I've done something very well.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
We need to be in a position where we should stand up and become Pan-Africans ourselves,
Yeah.
which means we have to be in a position to look at our circumstances and say, why are we not changing as Kenyans? Why are we not changing? Why are we perennially people who ask for msaada kutoka government?
Very true.
When we can become people who can stand by our own 2 feet and move in a forward and progressive manner. How do we start? How do we start becoming people who are progressive in nature? We have to tell ourselves that we can do this. We cannot continue to do drugs. We cannot continue to do certain elements that are part of a nature that is European. Like I told you, when I was there, drugs in the hotels were free.
Yeah.
Not free of charge, but you could go
Anywhere.
and smoke.
It is just
And
there.
smoke in a hotel.
Yeah.
You could smoke next to a policeman, and it didn't
Really?
matter. Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
was it in Rotterdam. Like I told you, I did some of my life in Rotterdam,
yeah.
and that's where I followed the bandwagon
Bandwagon.
of
Hopping in.
hopping into the
Yes.
bandwagon and following everybody else in my class was doing that.
Yes.
But you see, part of joining the bandwagon of leadership is to become a person who is determined to become a leader.
Yeah.
And to become a leader, you must move away from drugs.
Yes.
You must move away from elements like prostitution and all these elements that make us redundant as a nation. We need to become people who are strong. We need to become people who are forward moving, and we need to become people who are strong-willed to become leaders.
Yeah.
Leadership is all about living drugs. We do not need to do drugs.
Yeah. Wow, that's the conversation of today. I think my business partner is on it. Yeah. Na kuna hii kitu nataka ajaribu kufafanua. We are still working on our 7417 limited because we are hoping to achieve something so beautiful and something so good. We are accompanied by our MCA, Mr. Mugo. I had a discussion with him today. And guess what, guys? That man is serious like serious. Yeah? When I talk serious, he is serious like serious. So he's working on how we are going to have a rehabilitation center, how he can create jobs for you guys, and above all, partnered here with 7417 by Faith Media and Mr. Mugo. We are coming up with a rehabilitation very soon, and it is going to be announced where. And soon when it's done, everybody, we are going to need you guys. Like I told you another day, we are going to need you guys. So anytime that you are going to come out of being a drug addict, definitely you'll have something to do. Come on, can you tell these guys, yeah? Once umeanza your 7417 limited, what you are going to do, like how are you going to make these people look busy so that they can forget and try to achieve what they want in life? Because naturally wanafanyanga, wengine wanasemanga I do this because I'm idle. I do this because I have nothing else to do. I do things because I'm like hakuna mtu ananionyesha the way. At times things happens. Wakati mtoto amegrow, amekosa kuonyeshwa this is the way to do this and do this. Yeah, like you said last time about mwelekeo. Can you please tell them 17417 starts what you are going to help them with?
Like I said, 7417 Limited is partnering by Faith Media. What we intend to do is, like I said, to reach out to people who think that they wamefika mwisho. people ambayo wanafikiria, they think that they have no way of getting out of drug addiction, that they are being forced into that by peers who are relentless and who do not have their main interests at heart. We are going to invite you to partner with us. If you are a drug addict, if you are a person who has reached the end and not able to stop to stop being part of the drug addiction, I want you to inbox us and tell us and ask us questions, because this is a forum of discussion that is very, very fundamentally serious.
Yes.
We need to partner with you in a manner that will actually try to change the situation for Kenya.
Yeah.
Kenya needs to be a country which is Pan-African.
Yeah.
Kenya needs to be a country, an African country that is developing and that is moving in a forward and onward direction. Kenya needs to be a country of serious individuals who are not only politically motivated to change the situation for the betterment of our future, for the betterment of our children, but we need to be leaders who will stand strong and able to stop drug abuse, because it's a vice that does not belong to us. It is not part of our culture. We do not have to follow the bandwagon of following every culture that comes in. If we hear American, we try to become American. If we hear of Europe, we try to become European. No, we can be Kenyans. We can be Kenyans who are fruitful in every endeavor that they undertake. We can be Kenyans who are fruitful in anything that we choose to do. And we can be Kenyans who are moving forward in an onward and forward direction. We need to partner with you. If you're a person who has reached her end, you're not able to stop the drug abuse, inbox us, ask us questions. That's why we're here. We're here for you.
Yes.
She talked about Mugo starting a rehabilitation center in Roysambu Ward. We intend to be part of that Roysambu Ward Rehabilitation Center.
Yeah.
It will be a facility that will help us to help you.
Yeah.
People who have no direction in life. We need to have a direction in life. We need to be leaders who are standing strong and able to determine their life and the livelihoods of their children.
Yes.
and the older parents who they have left behind there.
Yeah.
We need to be leaders who are strong and able to glorify the institution of leadership,
Yeah.
not lack of leadership.
So guys, that is my business partner talking. As I said earlier, and I've been saying, the topic is becoming wider every day. Very soon we are going to catch up with you guys. We'll be visiting a place called Kilimeshwa. We'll have a long discussion about the drug abuse, and I'm expecting somebody by the name of a lady. Her name is Anne Wambui Wamwedi, who will be talking to us also, together with my business partner here, the effects of being a drug addict. So with that few remarks, and my business partner here, wish you all the best, and may God bless you. Tell them the last word.
Please partner with us, because it is necessary for you to develop yourself into individuals who can think for themselves, think for this nation, think for your parents, think for your children. You must be able to be thinkers, and thinkers are people who will progress forward, not people who are drug addicts. Drug addicts cannot think in the manner they're supposed to, because they are fundamentally skewed towards making decisions that are wrong in life and making decisions that will never contribute towards their forward and onward growth and development. We need to be leaders. We need to be thinkers. Let us be thinkers. Partner with 7417 Limited and By Faith Media and the rehabilitation center that is about to come, and we will change the situation for you. We will ensure that your growth and development will be part and parcel of what we call our daily bread.
Wow. With that feel, God bless you and have a blessed evening. Go ahead.
Amen.